And we're here.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another edition of a Brew for Two podcast.
Okay.
I am your host, Brad, along with my co-host, Derek.
You were bringing energy that I was not ready for.
We're here on episode 19. We have a lot of things to talk about, and not all of them are movies and TV. Well, most of them are movies and TV this week.
Yeah.
But first, I'm going to say this first. This is a very special edition of a Brew for Two podcast. And by special edition, I mean not really. We're just doing it on a holiday. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
We're very lonely.
Yeah, we're having
All we have is each other.
It's singles
very
night.
weird.
It's singles
Somebody
night
help.
at my household.
Send help.
But like as we start off with every podcast, we're gonna talk about how our days have been, how this week has gone. Derek, I'm gonna start with you.
So, World of Warcraft. A lot of that. Yeah, that's been most of my week.
Most of your week's been WoW.
Yeah, WoW and work. And then actually yesterday, I ended up, I was going to be done work early, like 1:30. And I got a call at like 1. And my shop manager there, he's like, hey, when you come back, can you go with John, one of the owners, and go pick up a new truck? I'm like, sure, why not? Sounds easy enough. Yeah, the new truck was in Burlington, and I left Burlington at 3:30 with the new truck. I got back to Thorold at 6 o'clock. Yeah.
Why did it take you that long?
Weather and accidents. Because the weather started getting really bad on the highway.
What day was this again?
Yesterday.
Oh yeah, yep.
So yeah, and then there was like a tractor trailer sideways at Ontario Street in Beamsville.
What time was this?
That was probably around, I want to say like 5:30 ish.
Okay, because
5:30.
that was after I was home.
Yeah, well after you left. Yeah, I was thinking about gonna texting you, but then I'm like, well, he's already home at this point. Like, unless he's stuck in the traffic still, I don't know.
Yeah. No, I was already home.
Yeah. Other than that, watched an episode of Picard. Did I watch anything else this week? No. I just been listening to podcasts and playing WoW, and that's all I've been doing. It's been a very just chill week for me, which has been kind of nice. What about you?
So my week has been an interesting week. I've done a lot of stuff. I did some digging for our news portion of the show. Did a lot of digging, but we're gonna talk about that later. So I found out recently that Jumanji 2 was still in theaters.
Didn't we see that?
Yeah. And I saw it again on Monday with the girl that I recently broke things off with.
When did we go see it?
We saw it opening night it came out a week before Star Wars.
So
in December.
Yeah.
So it was.
Well, I mean, they usually keep movies in theaters for like a month or two, don't they?
Yeah, they do. But like, I was surprised. But sometimes they take movies out really quickly, and I thought Jumanji 2 would be one of those movies to be like.
I mean,
would like probably be like a month in theaters, and then it'll probably go. But I think it's still in theaters because they haven't really found another kids movie to replace it with.
I mean, what are they going to replace it with, really? Right? Like,
well, they replace movies with like they replace certain movies with a different type of movie of that genre.
I never noticed they actually did that in the movie theaters.
Yeah, they do.
They just kind of
they do. Sometimes when you see like a Disney movie or a Pixar movie in theaters for a very long time, it's because they're waiting for that next big kids movie to come out to replace that movie with.
That makes sense. And there's nothing really coming out right now for kids.
No.
Man.
And then on Tuesday, I did some catch up on some shows.
Yeah.
Worked. Today I had to sit through a workshop because it was a PD day. We usually PD days are workshop days, so I went back to my old high school, sat in my old lunch table, listened to a guy speak about his book.
That's still
and
so
I have
funny.
his book right here. It's called Can't Read, Can't Write. Here's my book. What's interesting about this, so the author of this book his name is Michael Jacques. He's our age, so a year older than us.
Okay.
So around our age. He went to he grew up in the Niagara region, went to high school here, went to elementary school here. Um,
Is that his actual name or a pen name?
it's actual his name,
Oh.
Michael Jacques. And something about Michael is he has autism.
Oh.
So that's why it says can't read, can't write. Here's my book. I'm gonna do some publicity on this podcast for Michael because he was such a good guy. I talked to him for a bit, got his book, talked to him for a bit. Well, we were both tall ginger guys. He's a great guy. And he spoke at our PD day today, and talking about his life with autism, and how it changed it, and how it really a lot of it challenged him, but he's doing okay for himself. He talked about how the beauty about this book is, guess how because it says can't read, can't write, here's my book.
Yeah.
He didn't write it or type it.
Oh.
He used voice to text technology to write a book.
All right.
So, which is pretty amazing if you think about it, because
usually, like, anytime I try to voice to text something, it just does not work properly.
But he had the same problems.
Yeah.
Like when he used his iPad to write this book, and he used the power of Siri to help. And like he mentions in his book, when he went to say the word exactly, Siri would bring it out as Zach Lee.
All right.
And also, like, I'm plugging Michael's book. And he talks about like how when he was 2 years old, his parents knew there was something the matter with him, because he said when he was born, he always knew he was special.
That was mid-90s too, so a little different time back then.
And when he was 2 years old, his parents knew there was something the matter, because he wasn't doing the normal things 2-year-olds do.
Yeah.
His speech wasn't up to par with the rest of the kids his age. And then he was diagnosed with autism, but a special kind of autism, kind of on the same tree as Asperger's. It's called pervasive developmental disorder not otherwise specified.
A lot of words.
So, and in the book it says PDD-NOS is a form of autism. There are lots of type of autism, and PDD-NOS falls near the Asperger's of autism spectrum. When I was old enough to understand more about my diagnosis, I was confused because PDD-NOS and Asperger's seemed the same to me, but my parents explained that PDD-NOS was my diagnosis.
Yeah.
So it took him 7 years to graduate high school, because kids that have special needs, autism, they're in high schools longer.
Yeah.
And his dad actually spoke with him at the presentation, and he said he graduated with a high school diploma. A lot of those kids that are in the spec ed class only have a certificate. He graduated with a diploma.
Wow.
So, and like part of he was talking about how like he talks to himself. He does a lot of flapping, and he does talk to himself, and he does like he has all these things that make him special and make him unique, and he told us and his dad told us a sad story too, where like kids with special needs don't really have friends.
No, they really don't. The problem is like really the biggest issue is a lot of kids just don't know how to deal with that at a young age, right? So to them it's, well, there's something wrong with this kid. Like,
even
not even
not even kids, adults too.
Oh yeah, a lot of.
But adults. Like adults have different thinking than kids. But Michael grew up with Michael Jacques, the author of this book, grew up with He grew up with one of his best friends. His best friend's a guy named Daniel. Okay. And from babies, they grew up together. Oh. And Daniel's always been on his side. And in the book, he says he doesn't understand money or time. So his dad banks for him, and he's a big and this guy is a big what's the word I'm looking for? He's a he's a big contributor to Sobeys.
Okay.
Because Sobeys, I didn't know this, but Sobeys hires a lot of people that have special needs. They're a big advocate for the special needs community.
Yeah, they hire a lot of people.
And I didn't realize this until he said something. And but I don't really go into Sobeys grocery stores, not too much.
No, the only thing I ever went into Sobeys for, which I still will go into Sobeys for, is their like 3-layer dip there.
Mm-hmm.
Like the sour cream on the bottom or whatever, cream cheese, and like the salsa and the cheese on top. Yeah.
But yeah, so I got his book. He said he was selling his book for $20, and it's just $20, and it's a short book too. It's not a lot of pages. Like he said, it was 10 chapters.
Yeah.
And it just talks about his life and his experiences. He met Trudeau. He's on like the provincial council for community living stuff, and he's our age, and he's from Niagara. Like, and this guy has done so much with his life, with autism. Like,
what the hell are we doing?
well, some people are like have gifts.
Yeah.
Like,
I couldn't write a book. If I wrote a book, it would just. I don't even know what it would be.
Well,
I just couldn't do that.
you know, in my early life, like I was so like intrigued with Harry Potter that like I would write Harry Potter fan fiction before fan fiction became a thing.
What kind of fan fiction, Brad?
Not the fan fiction.
Okay.
Not like I was like what? I was in grade maybe 7 and 8 because I was on an IEP. So with my IEP, I got this like device which looked a lot like a laptop, but it wasn't at all.
Yeah.
Like it was just a thing you can type on. And so I wrote I in my free time I would just kind of write stories.
You still write those fan fictions?
No, I don't. I don't. Well, like I don't because it's.
Yeah.
But like I wrote fan fiction stuff before fan fiction was even a thing, really.
No, fanfic's always been a thing. It's just it was not as big. It wasn't as big obviously until the internet came around and people could share it all over the planet.
But yeah, but also I'm gonna go back to this book. If anybody wants to like follow Michael Jacques on Twitter, on his book Can't Read, Can't Write, Here's My Book is on audiobook and Twitter. You can find him at where is it?
You didn't write this stuff down? Come
no,
on.
I didn't write this stuff down because I couldn't remember, and then I found the page in the book where it says
it's probably either like the first page or like
no,
the
it's
last
actually
page.
not the first page, which
That's a bit weird.
Bit
You usually said the first or last page. One of the two.
You can follow him at Here's My Book on Twitter. Michael Jacques, Here's My Book on Twitter. But I'm gonna give this book a good look through.
Yeah.
And probably pass it on to my parents or my sister or anybody who wants to read it.
You haven't read it yet?
I just got it today. So I was reading it when you came in.
Oh, okay.
So
I was gonna say, I'm like, I swear you're just reading a book. What book? What?
I got to page 15, which is not really that far into yet.
Oh, okay.
So
one more thing I do want to bring up before we go into the actual news. Do you know that all of South Park's on Crave?
Yes, I
didn't
did.
know that.
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
but I'm not a big South Park
rabbit hole.
Oh, did you?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a big South Park fan, so I'm not a religious watcher, and I do like the older episodes more than the newer stuff.
Yeah, a lot of the newer stuff. Well,
like one of my favorite episodes is when they make a boy band, and that's because it's Cartman's line of "Token, you're black, you have a bass," and then he's just like,
"You can play bass. You can play bass. You can play bass, Token." No, I can't. Ah, damn it. Oh god.
Or like the classic the Chef Anthology episode where he dies.
Yeah.
Or Suck on My Chocolate Salty Balls.
My favorite episode will still forever be the World of Warcraft one.
Or
that's just near and dear to my heart.
Or like wasn't there an episode where Mr. Slave shoves Paris Hilton up his ass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also in their game.
Yeah.
The Stick of Truth. That's also in there.
Yeah, and like I played the game, the computer game as a kid. I watched like Bigger, Longer, Uncut.
I forgot about that movie actually.
Mm-hmm.
That's not on Crave. I know that.
Where like Stan is trying to find the secret of the clitoris.
Yeah, he doesn't find it.
But another thing I did this week, I watched the premiere of Survivor Winners at War. Season 40, 20 years in the making. They've done an all-winner season, and by all winners, I mean not all winners. They picked 20 winners to bring them back. Tony Vlachos, Boston Rob, his wife Amber, Natalie, Jeremy, Wendell, Yule, David, Sophie, Danny, Parvati.
I want to point out, viewers and listeners, he's not reading this off anything. This is all by memory, by the way.
Yeah, this is all memory. Sandra, Ethan Zahn, who it's like I'm rooting for this season because I'm only gonna make it to 15, I think, because I can't remember who else.
The fact that you almost made it to 15 is just baffling to me. The fact that you made it past 5 is baffling to me.
Who else?
So are they all winners?
Michelle. Yeah, these are all winners from the past. So
they're just 20? Because you said there weren't all winners, but
well, no, they're all winners. They're all winners, but they just picked 20 of them to come back.
It's probably a good round number. I mean,
yeah. They always do 16, 18, 20 contestants.
Don't they do like 2 teams or 4 teams? Or something
yeah,
like
do. They have 2 tribes.
Mm-hmm.
Tyson, that's another guy. Kim Spradlin.
Okay, you're just.
Yeah.
This is just freaky.
I know a lot about Survivor from watching since season 1 back in the year 2000.
It just scares me you have all of those names memorized.
I don't. I just love the show so much that I don't have.
I've been playing World of Warcraft for 15 years and I still don't have stuff memorized in that game. I still have to Google stuff and I'm like, where's this portal? Oh, it's over there.
But it's Survivor is part of my life, and if a girl wants to date me, she has to know that Survivor is a part of my life.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
well, that and Big Brother, Amazing Race.
Not very much Big Brother. I don't really know a lot about Big Brother.
Amazing Race?
No, I don't really watch Amazing Race anymore because it's kind of dying a slow death.
No, that's probably a good thing. Really.
Like Survivor is kind of like it kind of goes like this. Like the last 2 seasons have been crap, and being a super fan, I can say the last 2 seasons have been crap.
I can't say that because I haven't watched a episode of Survivor since the first season.
Like the oldest winner they have on this season is Ethan, who won Survivor back in 2001 on season 3.
Jesus.
Survivor Africa.
Has it really been going since the 90s?
No, it's been going since 2000. But they do 2 seasons a year.
So much Survivor.
Well, okay, so they started at season 1. They did it in the year 2000.
Mm-hmm.
It ran from like May to August.
Yeah.
And then they did season 2 a year later, so January 2001 they did season 2. September 2001 they did season 3. And then January 2002 they did season 4, and so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
So they do 2 seasons a year. So now they're on season 40 and it's all winners, and they brought back a twist they like to call Edge of Extinction, and when you're voted off the island, you go to Edge of Extinction for a second chance to get back into the game.
Oh, I was hoping it was going to be a cliff that they Sparta kicked them off of. That'd be way more interesting.
And then and so the episode starts off with them arriving on the boat. And then they all look around and be like, shit, it's an all-winner season. There's not going to be any, this is going to be the craziest season ever.
Everyone knows how to play the game.
Jeff Probst, gives them champagne, and they do a toast because it's the 20th anniversary of Survivor, so why not? It's the 40th season, so they all do a toast and they jacked up the prize money. Instead of $1 million they're playing for $2 million this season.
I feel like it should be more like 10. It's because $1 million is not a lot of money anymore.
It's not, but it's a nice round number, you know?
Yeah, so it's 10.
So it's 10.
But
they're playing for
$5 million.
But they're playing for $2 million, which when it comes to taxes afterwards, that's like I think 1 point something.
It's not 2 million.
But and then like so they all go to the beach and they all get split and they all come to the beach, men and women. So they think they're playing men versus women.
Yeah.
But then Jeff is like, nope, you're not playing men versus women. We're gonna mix them up. So Boston Rob and Amber, husband and wife, get separated onto two different tribes. And like,
well, yeah, they could be in cahoots together.
so they Boston Rob ends up on the blue tribe, Amber's on the red tribe. But like a lot with these all-star seasons, there's pre-game alliances.
Yeah.
There's always pre-game alliances because everybody all the survivors have everybody's like numbers in their phones, and they always call up people and text people and like, hey, want to be in an alliance? And like,
wait, you're allowed to have your phones now?
no. But this is pre-game. This is pre-game
okay,
stuff. They all have each other's numbers. They all go to charity events together. They all.
I was on Survivor and I won. Yeah, all those people.
And then so they all go. They do the immunity challenge right off the bat, which is very exciting because it's a very brutal challenge. It's the classic get the life preserver from the one end to the other end and fight it out. So they did that for this the first immunity challenge. The blue tribe lost going to tribal council, but they had like they had a day to strategize.
Okay.
They had a day to strategize, and Natalie Anderson, winner of Survivor San Juan del Sur, season 29, was the first voted off. Spoilers if you haven't seen it, but it's been like 2 days, so come on, get on it. So she goes to Edge of Extinction, but she gets a like immunity idol, a hidden immunity idol that she can sell to another player, because now there's another twist called fire tokens, which is like they can buy luxury items for fire tokens. They can buy hidden immunity idols for fire tokens.
Yeah.
It becomes a like it's becoming sort of like almost like a video game almost, where like you have fire tokens and you can purchase stuff if you have so many fire tokens, and like if you're on Edge of Extinction and you have a couple fire tokens, you can buy a 6-pack of beer or like a bottle of wine, or like you can buy luxury, you can buy items with these fire tokens. Like if you have 4 fire tokens, you can buy a hidden immunity idol. But like, so Natalie Anderson gets this immunity idol on Edge of Extinction, and it says that she has to give this hidden immunity idol to a member of a losing tribe. She has to sell it to them. So
there's only 2 tribes.
There's only 2 tribes, so there's always a losing tribe.
Yeah.
So there's the tribe who loses the immunity challenge and goes to tribal council. Natalie has to sell that idol that she found on Edge to one of the contestants. So she does it secretly, and then the contestant was Sandra, winner of season 7 and 20. She won twice.
Jesus.
Yeah. Because she won twice because there was this theory of if you bring a winner to the end, nobody's going to give a winner $1 million again. There was always that theory running around.
Yeah, it didn't work very well, did it?
No, it didn't, because the person that brought 2 winners to the end on season 20 was so hated that they were just like, fuck you. I'm going to give you played a dirty game, so I'm going to give it to a player we all like. So that's her case, but she's sneaky. She's very sneaky in her gameplay.
Yeah.
And then, so Natalie gets the idol to Sandra. Then after the immunity challenge for the second time, because it was a 2-hour special, after that immunity challenge, so the red tribe.
Spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't watched the episode.
Yeah, I know.
I'll try and put a timestamp on the video.
But so then the red tribe goes to tribal council. Amber becomes the second person on Edge of Extinction, and that left off the episode. There's a guy named Yule who won Survivor Cook Islands. Mm-hmm. He was the standout guy for this episode because he got so a lot of the winners know each other, but on the red tribe, he got a lot of the winners that don't really know each other, that are won the show recently, or people that just kind of faded. Like they don't really go to charity events. They don't really do. They just kind of faded into the background, and now they're all in an alliance pardon me. Now they're on an alliance together. And it's going to be it's going to deliver. It's going to be an amazing season. I can't wait for next Wednesdays.
You sound very excited about it.
Oh, I'm stoked. I'm so stoked for this season. And it's been a while since I've been, well, it hasn't been a while. It's been a year since I've been stoked for a season. Well, no, a year and a half. Yeah, it's been a year and a half since I've been stoked for a season because the last 2 seasons, like I said, sucked.
Yeah.
And yeah, and so this season's going to be amazing. I can't wait for Wednesdays.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just super excited about this about Survivor Winners at War because it is going to be a winner of the war. One of the winners, Ethan, like almost died a couple years back because he got diagnosed with a rare form of Hodgkin's lymphoma. But then, like with the power of medical marijuana and like stuff like that, when your cancer goes away? What's that called? Remission. It went into remission, and he's been in remission for like 8 years. So
good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he was on death's door, and now he's back playing Survivor, and it's very interesting because he hasn't played Survivor since 2004. Like
16 years ago, Jesus.
Yeah, like some of these Amber and Ethan haven't played since 2004.
Yeah.
The game has evolved since then. The game used to be 16 strangers on an island all together, 16, 18 strangers on an island all together, strategizing, socializing. There wasn't any hidden immunity idols, no fire tokens. Like,
yeah.
No, there was barely any twists. Like the only twist in the game were like a tribe shuffle where they shuffle the tribes and strategies go out the window. But so there's players that haven't played in like 10, 16, 10 years.
Yeah.
It makes the game interesting because and there's also this old school versus new school vibe. But anyway, like I said, I'm super excited about the season. I can't wait for the second episode. It's going to be super exciting. I told Derek before we did this, I'm going to talk about, just so you know, I'm talking about Survivor because I'm super excited about
I
this.
have let you rant for 15 minutes.
Has it been really?
It's been 15 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Also, another thing that happened, I got my records finally from that record subscription service.
It only took forever.
But I'm used to it. I'm used to it taking forever, so...
For the amount you pay for it?
Ooh.
It's worth it.
Another thing, so I'm really into this new...
Okay, I thought it was more Survivor stuff.
No. No, so I'm done talking about Survivor. I've talked about it.
You can unmute now, by the way.
So I'm getting into a new fan of men stuff.
Okay.
Grooming things. When I say men stuff, men's grooming things.
Okay.
There's this website called Duke Cannon. It's a where you can buy beard stuff, shampoo stuff, grooming things for men.
Nice.
And all the money goes. It's all like all the money that like there's a certain percent of money that goes to the army.
Okay.
Because Duke Cannon, I guess he was a guy in the army. I guess. I don't know. I didn't read the about information. I'm just like, ooh, I want that. So I spent about $100 US.
All right.
I didn't plan to, but I'm just like, fuck it. I like their shampoo. I'm going to get a bottle of shampoo.
Yeah, I can't say anything. I spent like $200 this weekend, so.
So I got a bottle of shampoo.
Yeah.
A beard kit. So it comes with beard balm, beard oil, and beard shampoo. And beard wash.
Okay.
So the beard oil and beard balm apparently smell like redwood.
Never smelt a redwood tree, so
it just smells like a forest. It just smells like a forest. So I'm just like, okay. And then I also bought some pomade hair product from them because I got a kit for Christmas from my brother-in-law and I love the stuff. I'm like, oh no, I love this stuff.
Yeah, now going from the kind of not so expensive but also expensive Old Spice to the other stuff.
But like, I don't know. So I stuck my usual hair stuff was Old Spice pomade.
Yeah, we literally use the same one.
We use the same one, but I was getting tired of it. I was getting really tired of it because like Because I used when I had the Duke Cannon pomade, I liked that one better because it had, even though it was a medium hold,
Yeah.
it was a stronger medium hold than I'm used to.
Yeah, I got no issue with the Old Spice. I think it holds just fine, personally. But
And I also didn't really, I don't really like the cream texture anymore because like when I put it in my hair, it's just like all like there. It's like
I get it when I get out of the, I put mine in when I get out of the shower, and I just dry my hair just a tiny bit, just so it's just damp. Then I just put it on my hands. I just wring it through until my hands are completely clean, and then comb it. Done.
that's what I usually do too.
Yeah.
We have the same out of shower routine.
That's weird.
But like, I think most guys have the same out of shower routine. That style.
We're also both wearing plaid and blue jeans, so you know.
Well, this is our look.
Yeah.
This is our look. It's winter time anyway.
Yeah.
Our looks will get different when come the summer.
Will they?
Similar. We would have similar, but
shorts, flip flops.
Yeah, but like
plaid shirts, t-shirts.
Okay. Okay.
Looks don't change. It just the only difference in our looks are the shorts and the flip flops.
Yeah.
It's like the only difference.
But yeah, so that's enough about our stuff. What have we been going on? We've talked a long time this episode because
it's only been a half an hour.
It's only been a half an hour? Okay. But yeah. This has been a great week. Also, the Flash is back.
There you go.
The Flash is back. Yeah. And I'm kind of behind on Avenue 5, but I'm going to catch up.
I started watching the first episode of that, actually.
Yeah? How did you like it?
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. It's not exactly what I was expecting. Also, the way that he revealed that he was British was kind of just funny. And also that he's not a captain.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like
the guy who just died was the captain. I'm like, wait, what? This is going downhill very quickly.
Yeah. He's just the guy that's like, oh, good show. Oh, yeah. It's like, can I help you with anything? Like, he's
almost like just a hype guy. Just like,
he's just a hype guy.
We'll do that for you, not a problem. And meanwhile, he's literally just basically an actor.
It's like, oh, we need help with this and this, and he won't know how to do it, and he'd be like, he'll go to his buddy who's now dead, and like, but it's a funny show.
Joe,
for those of
Joe
you,
was the captain. Yeah, Joe.
Yeah,
that Joe. Oh,
so yeah, Avenue 5 is from the creators of Veep, which starred that girl from Elaine. It started Elaine from Seinfeld as the president of the United States of America.
How many seasons does that show get?
I think 4.
I never heard of it.
It's on Crave because
is it?
Yeah, because it's HBO and HBO's on Crave. So
I don't think I ever watched it. Ooh, actually, no. What I did start watching this week was I started watching The Sopranos. It's good.
Is it? I've heard good things. It holds
up. It holds up.
I've heard good things. Shall we jump into our news?
I mean, yeah, it's been 33 minutes. It's
perfect.
Probably about time.
This is the perfect starting point of our news. And we have the perfect article for the first news point of this episode. And I'm talking about Rick Moranis is back, everybody. So for those of you who don't know who Rick Moranis is,
where have you been?
Exactly.
In the last 20 years.
So Rick Moranis, the SCTV alum. For those of you, okay, I understand you guys probably don't know what SCTV is.
It depends on the audience is, right? I mean, if we're going back like at least like 10 years younger than we are, no way they're going to know what the hell it is.
Well, like I shouldn't even know what SCTV is, but with the power of internet and Google, I found out. Oh, okay. SCTV was a sketch comedy group in the 70s, around the time, early 70s, around the time of Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
A lot of these STV alums were the first cast of Saturday Night Live. Like Dan Aykroyd, he was an SCTV alum. Pardon me. And like Rick Moranis was, and then they did a SCTV show.
Okay.
That was it starred John. There was the cast was John Candy, Rick Moranis, Eugene Levy. Who was? Shit. I'm blanking on the mom from Beetlejuice.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, she's also the mom on Schitt's Creek. So Rick Moranis, Eugene
Yeah.
Levy, John Candy, uh, shit. God, but like those were the three main. Those were the three like big stars of, of the show.
Yeah.
And SCTV is the reason why we have two beer drinking Canadians named Bob and Doug McKenzie.
That is very true. Yes. Yes.
But Rick Moranis has done more. He grew. Blossomed out of SCTV
He did for a while.
for a
He
while,
did.
for most of like the 80s.
Most of the 80s.
Like
and
he was in
90s.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
He was Barney Rubble in the Flintstones.
Yep.
He was Dark Helmet in Spaceballs. He was in a show. He was in a movie called Parenthood, which I haven't watched. But he was in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and Honey, I Blew Up the Kids.
Yep.
But because of the success of Disney Plus, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids sequel is coming out. And it's just going to be called Shrunk. And he's he's returning to live action. Rick Moranis has always been around for like animated stuff, like he was one of the mooses in Brother Bear. Because the Brother Bear had two mooses, and they were basically Rick Moranis and Bob and Doug McKenzie were playing mooses in Brother Bear.
Okay.
Let's just say that. And like they have a funny line. They have a funny line in that movie. It's like, "Oh, I'm a bear," and it's like, "Oh, you look like a big beaver, eh?" So the movie will not be made for the theatrical side. The movie will be made for the theatrical side of Disney Plus.
Not Disney Plus.
What? Honey,
The
movie will be made for the theatrical side. Oh, it'll be brought. Okay.
It'll be brought to theaters, not on Disney Plus.
Okay.
It probably will be eventually put on Disney
Yes.
Plus, like a few months afterwards. But
As previously reported, the Pic's original director Joe Johnston will be back, with Josh Gad also starring. The movie will center around Gad's character, who is the son of Moranis's Wayne. I'm gonna butcher this. Szylinski. Thank you, Derek. And is aspiring to be a great scientist like his father, but accidentally shrinks his kids.
why do they got to keep screwing around with shrink rays? Stop it.
I don't know.
Stop. Did he not learn anything when he was a child?
So the movie came out in 1989, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and then spawned Honey, I Blew Up the Kids, the direct video, and the direct video Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves. The first two movies collectively made a whopping $281 million at the global box office.
Okay.
This is unadjusted for inflation. In 1997, Moranis stepped away from on-screen acting work to raise his kids, but continue. It's a sad story. I think his wife passed away or something.
I don't know.
His wife got really sick. His wife got really sick.
Yeah.
And he had to like step away from acting.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, that would make sense because he's been gone since then. Yeah.
But like I said, he's been in other films like Brother Bear, and that
was all voiceover work though.
Yeah, that was all voiceover work, and
Yeah.
he also did for a while there, Global TV had an animated version of Bob and Doug McKenzie, and it was funny.
I don't think I ever watched it. I also don't watch TV.
It was kind of like it kind of had like the same animation style as actually, what did it
Yeah, I don't remember it at all.
No, I remember it, and it came out around the same time as the Napoleon Dynamite animated series.
Yeah, that I don't remember either because I didn't know there was one actually.
No, there was, and it was bad. It was bad.
The movie was also not good, so the only good thing came out of that was the vote for Pedro shirt.
But he's also, so this movie's coming out. But he's also gonna make his re-debut into Hollywood with an upcoming appearance in Martin Scorsese directed Netflix documentary called An Afternoon with SCTV. So he's making his comeback, and what a way to do it! So with a cherished Disney classic film.
Cool. Why do we need another Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? Because I really haven't thought about those movies in 15 years.
Nostalgia.
20 years. I get that, but like
Hollywood doesn't make original ideas anymore. They just kind of.
I'm cool. Like, this is cool. Great. This is really cool. So they're making another one.
I'm just super excited Rick Moranis is back. He's hilarious.
Oh yeah, he's always been funny.
And
Always
like,
been a very funny guy.
I still haven't watched the first Ghostbusters yet, but I'm going to before the new movie comes out.
Yes, you will.
Is Ghostbusters 1 on Netflix?
I don't know. 2 was on there for a while, but I don't know if 1 is. I'm pretty sure I have a copy of 1 somewhere.
Okay.
But I don't think 1 is though.
Okay.
Well, this is cool. They're bringing their nostalgia. They're bringing back our childhood again. Because I remember watching those on VHS.
I watched those on VHS too.
Yeah.
I watched those on VHS as well. So our next news topic.
We're just gonna risk that one.
If you want to keep talking about, do you want to keep talking about Rick Moranis for a bit?
I mean, yeah, like, cause I don't remember the last time I seen him in anything. So it had to have been since '97. Besides the animated stuff, right? I feel like he's been in a movie at some point in the last 15 years.
I remember I was obsessed with, like, when I was a kid. I was obsessed when I first saw Spaceballs. I watched the crap out of Spaceballs.
Spaceballs was just literally.
I'm a Mog, half man, half dog. I'm my own best friend. Like.
I haven't seen Spaceballs in so long.
I am your brother's husband's, like, it was like, I am your aunt, like, mother's brother's cousin's second roommate. What does that make us? Absolutely nothing. And then there's like,
well, no, I just looked it up. The last thing he did was like Brother Bear 2 in 2006. That's the last thing.
No, he did the animated Bob and Doug animated series.
You sure?
Yeah, he did that.
Okay, there's no date on that one. Okay, but besides that, like the last thing he
was
did.
When did Strange Brew come out? Okay, it's got to be 80s, but.
Brewster's Millions, or is it actually called Strange Brew? 1983.
Okay, so yeah. So I'm guessing his last movie was Honey, I Blew Up the Kids.
His last live action, like him being in the movie, was Honey, I Blew Up the Kids, which was in like 2002 or 1 or whatever it was. So yeah, I'll be happy to see this. I don't know.
Did you know Rick Moranis' role in Ghostbusters was originally supposed to go to John Candy?
Yeah, but John Candy died.
Yeah.
So.
Well, no, not when Ghostbusters first came out.
Oh no.
John Candy died in the 90s. You're thinking of John Belushi.
I'm thinking, okay, that's why. I'm thinking John Belushi.
No, John Candy was originally supposed to be in Ghostbusters, but then Rick Moranis came in and they made the character nerdy instead of like this classy, cool guy. They made him kind of nerdy, and
which is great because it just worked out perfectly for the role.
Who let the dog?
Yeah. Have you seen a picture of Rick Moranis lately?
I know he's old now.
I think you can see it from here, but
yeah, I can see that from here. I have great eyesight. I don't need glasses. I have great eyesight, and that's not being sarcastic.
I'm happy with this, and I'm totally cool with this. I'm just kind of weird that they're not just gonna release it on Disney Plus right away.
Yeah, I kind of am too. I thought it would be a Disney Plus thing
you
because
would think something like that. Yeah.
Because Disney Plus right now is probably taking a nosedive because everybody's. But the one thing we forgot to talk about last week was the Super Bowl commercials.
I've seen a few of them,
but I'm not. I'm talking about they released promos for.
Oh, they did, yeah. But they're also months away still.
Yeah, they're still months away, but they released promos for like Winter's Captain, Falcon and Winter Soldier, and the
WandaVision, I think.
WandaVision and
I think Loki.
Loki, yes.
And Loki, yeah. Like, yeah, oh no, I seen that they did that, but they're still months away, and I have no reason to resubscribe to it. Like, I wish I could, but I just have no reason to.
You'll probably give it a second shot next year.
I'll give it a second shot whenever those start releasing. Like, whenever they actually start releasing, I'll probably get it again just because I do want to watch those.
WandaVision will come out in a couple months. It's coming out in a couple months.
Yeah. But I mean, from then, like, I haven't had it since the end of The Mandalorian in December last year.
I'm thinking about rewatching Boy Meets World. Probably going to do a rewatch.
You have all the DVDs.
I know, but like, I know I do.
You literally own it on DVD. All of the seasons.
I know.
We go on the next topic now if you want.
Okay, so this is just a rumor mill, but it's a very good rumor mill. It's a very good rumor mill. So the Fantastic Four villain might have been revealed. Scoopster Mikey Sutton has dropped a lot of intel about the studio's plans for the foursome this week, including the fact that Mole Man will be the first villain they face in their film.
Really?
Yeah.
Mole Man?
Yep. Because
Mole Man.
Yes.
Of old villains.
Yes.
Mole Man.
You know why?
Subterranean dude. Okay.
It would make sense to feature him in the reboot, seeing as he was the first villain they faced in the comics, making his debut alongside them in 1961's Fantastic Four #1.
Okay.
For those unfamiliar, Dr. Harvey Elder serves as a ruler of a subterranean world and and a race called the Moloids. Mole human hybrids.
Moloids. Okay, I'm sorry. This is a fun word to say. Moloids. It's like Rolloids, but Moloids.
Or bowl.
Bowl.
I can't do it now. With its evil plots generally involving hitting back at the surface level dwellers who shunned and mocked him all his life. Tim Blake Nelson previously played him in a very loosely adaptation of Mole Man renamed Harvey Allen in the 2015's Fantastic Four. Sutton also claimed that the Fantastic Four will be reimagined as explorers. So they're not space. Well, technically, isn't like space explorers?
Explore, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So they will be reimagined as explorers, with their movie taking them to strange lands, worlds, and dimensions. Their origins will also be reportedly involve the negative zone, potentially depicted as a pocket universe within the quantum realm.
Cool.
So they're going to be like, hey, remember the quantum realm that Ant-Man with Ant-Man? That's how they're going to connect Fantastic Four.
Remember that place?
They're going to remember the time travel involved with the quantum realm? Ooh, I just kind of hinted at something maybe.
Possibly. Cool. I'm happy we're finally getting news about this. Because there's really been much news.
But this is just like, this is rumor mill, like I said.
Yeah, I mean, it's an okay rumor.
But but I feel like this is a better rumor than Ace Ventura 3.
You shut your mouth. That movie would be a treasure if it happened.
This is a better rumor than Austin Powers 4.
No one won't even fucking start on that one.
Even though Mike Myers says he would play Austin Powers again in a heartbeat.
Well, they need to fucking do it then before he dies, because
and Austin Powers is just a parody of James Bond.
Yes, and it's a fantastic parody of James Bond.
This is a better rumor than the rumor circulating that Harry Potter is gonna get a new movie, but it's gonna be 20 years in the future.
I still think that should be a TV show.
That should, yeah.
Just be a TV show.
But this rumor has better grounds to it than all those rumors.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like them bringing back Mole Man.
Yeah.
Or them doing Mole Man instead of doing not Silver Surfer. Yes, Silver Surfer.
Silver Surfer, Galactus.
Yeah.
Doctor Doom.
Yeah. Because those have already been done. But again,
they haven't done Galactus.
Not Galactus, but they had done Silver Surfer. And
yeah,
Dr.
but
Doom.
they did Silver Surfer, but
yeah,
no, they did Galactus. They did Galactus in Fantastic Four 2, the early 2001.
Yeah, I never watched it.
Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Yeah, was Galactus in that?
No, he wasn't. Or
was he just kind of mentioned?
He was just a guy who ate space. Basically, he ate planets.
Oh, okay.
And they didn't really show a gigantic human, a gigantic space being with. They just kind of just showed an eater of worlds, basically.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember anything from those movies really. So
I just remember Stanley as a mailman in the Baxter Building, and and they had the guy who they had Jessica Alba as Invisible Woman, Chris Evans as Johnny Blaze, aka
Human Torch.
Yeah. And Johnny Blaze isn't his name because that's Ghost Rider.
Yeah, it's literally Ghost Rider.
What's
I
his
don't
name?
know who wrote that movie, but Jesus, they should have been like fact checking or fired because it's not his name. Like,
And then Ben Grimm as the Thing.
yeah,
And then Doctor Doom as Doctor Doom because I can't remember his alias.
yeah. It's supposed to be. It was supposed to be Johnny Storm.
Johnny Storm, that was it.
Yeah.
That was the Human Torch.
No, he was named Johnny Storm.
Yeah, Johnny
because
Storm.
she was Susan Storm.
Yeah,
Jessica Alba.
I couldn't remember his name, and I called him Ghost Rider's name. But yeah, so yeah, I'm kind of excited that the MCU has its first family back in its arms.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope it's good because there has.
I feel like it's gonna be
there's
really
just not
good.
been a good track record of Fantastic Four movies.
No, there hasn't.
at all.
There hasn't been a good track record because they haven't been home.
Oh no, they haven't. They've been at Fox, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They've been at 20th Century Fox.
So
And I want them like the fans really want John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic.
yeah.
John, and who's his wife's name? Who's John Krasinski's wife?
Oh, I don't know. I really oof. The name's like on the tip of my tongue. Because she's a very well-known actress.
Emily Blunt.
Yeah.
So John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic, Emily Blunt as Susan Storm. Get Zac Efron to do Human Torch.
Yeah.
Because
No, he could do
Johnny
it.
Storm. Johnny Storm's a young guy.
Yeah,
and
he's very charismatic.
Yeah, and
I
then get I don't know who to get for Ben Grimm.
John Cena. I don't know.
No. No. I can. You know what? If they were to put John Cena in an MCU movie,
Yeah.
make him Ben Grimm, but I don't think he would do it because they're gonna CGI rocks on him. I don't think he would do it just for that reason.
I don't know. I don't know who else could really be the Thing at this point. I wouldn't mind them bringing back the guy who was the Thing when Jessica Alba was in that.
Michael Chiklis.
Yeah, I like him.
Or John Hamm maybe.
Yeah.
John Hamm maybe, or Liev Schreiber, the guy who played Liev Schreiber, the guy who played Sabretooth in the Wolverine movie.
Oh yeah.
Or
Yeah, him.
not
definitely.
him, not Adam Driver,
No,
not Viggo
God, no.
Mortensen,
No.
not. I don't know where they got this friggin' list from. They have Nick Offerman on this list. Why?
That would just be weird.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that'd be kind of funny.
That would be funny. That would be kind of funny. But Ben Grimm is pending in our minds. But
yeah. No, that's cool. They're finally. I mean, obviously, you say this is just rumors.
Yeah,
But
this is just a rumor mill.
the fact that we're even getting any news coming out of Fantastic Four is nice because we haven't gotten really any since they announced they're going to be doing a movie. Really.
Well, they might be releasing the movie in 2025.
Yeah.
Because that's gonna be when Phase 4 ends. And
that's a long time from now.
And I think Fantastic Four is going to be the first movie to come in Phase 5. Either that or X-Men.
Yeah. Yeah, they're rebooting X-Men, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is good. It needs it. It needs a fresh start.
And I was just listening to an episode of Fat Man Beyond's spin-off, Black Man Beyond, which is it's the same show. It's just Kevin Smith can't be there.
Yeah.
So Mark Bernardin
is by himself.
Is by himself with a friend of his, and he titles it Black Man Beyond. And they were talking about, what were they talking about? They were talking about something similar to what you were just talking about.
What?
On how instead of just doing an all X-Men and big X-Men movie,
Yeah.
do little movies.
Yeah,
Do a Storm movie, do a Cyclops movie. I don't think that would do good, but do a Storm movie, do a Wolverine movie.
Last thing though, they've oversaturated X-Men so much at this point that they need to
do a Nightcrawler movie.
they need a fresh start on pretty much every character in in X-Men, because realistically, none of the people who are playing any of the X-Men right now are going to come back.
Yeah. Well, actually, James Marsden has said he would do Cyclops again.
He would, but he wouldn't be welcome back. I don't think they're not going to bring him back to do Cyclops.
Yeah, I think he could.
Just because because all those other X-Men movies are now not going to be canon at all. So bringing him back, I think, would just be weird, right?
Yeah.
It would I wish it would happen, but it would really be bringing back Wolverine.
Yeah.
Hugh Laurie, like it would just be this. It would be the same. It wouldn't be right, really.
Yeah. Something we also forgot to mention. Guess who's gonna be in the Loki series?
Who?
Owen Wilson.
Wow.
Yes. Owen Wilson is gonna play a character in the Loki series. I don't know which one yet, but wow.
Wow. Wow.
Anyway, that's enough of that.
Wow.
So
one more. Wow.
So I just wanted to mention that just to get a couple wows out there.
I cannot fucking believe that. That's great.
so we're gonna shift into another news.
It's still movie news, technically.
Still movie news. It's also kind of video game news too.
It is, and it's
because there was a very successful video game series in the early 2000s. Actually, late early 2000s.
Late 2010s, 2000, early 2000s.
No, I thought the first
after 2010s.
I thought the first one came out in like 2006.
The first Saints Row? Yeah. I could be wrong, but
because Saints Row is coming out with a movie.
Yeah.
There's going to be a movie series. The writer of the upcoming Saints Row movie, Greg Russo, wants the adaptation to turn into an insane film franchise. I don't know. Video games movies don't tend to do well in Hollywood.
They don't, but this movie, like, if they were to... this is a game that you can just run around... Saints Row 3, basically you can get, like, superhuman powers and run around with a giant 15-foot dildo and kill people. Just whack them over the head and they go flying.
Right on.
It's just a world of ridiculousness.
So first released in 2006, leading to 3 follow-up titles, as well as a shared universe, the series follows the 3rd Street Saints gang as they ascend to dominance in the fictional cities of Stillwater and Steelport. I pronounced those right. I'm on fire.
You did it. Gold star.
For its 3rd installment, in which released in 2013, the President of the United States factored into the havoc as well. Saints Row has been praised into its presentation and gameplay. On the more negative side, the franchise has often been dinged.
Yeah, dinged.
For technical errors and unsuccessful attempts to incorporate humor.
I don't know about that one. They're just fun games. There's glitches. It's just a... Yeah.
F. Gary Gray. I almost called him Gary. F. Gary Gray.
I just looked at his name and I was like, Gary. No, wait, it's not.
Known for directing The Fate of the Furious, as well as Straight Outta Compton and Men in Black International, will helm the project. Greg Russo, also a relative newcomer, is penning the script, while further details about the project have yet to be revealed. A recent update by Russo does offer a sense of what the Saints Row film aspires to be. Who is also a screenwriter for the upcoming... So, Greg Russo is an upcoming screenwriter for the Mortal Kombat reboot. It auto-corrected to Marvel Kombat. I see that now.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I was like, Marvel Kombat. Weird.
Mortal Kombat reboot. Was asked on Twitter to provide an update on the progress of Saints Row adaptation. Russo teased that there was more news to come, possibly related to the casting or brief summary of the plot. But he also noted that he shares Gray's hope for the Saints Row to be the next insane film franchise. And I have a quote from Russo saying, "Yes, we had a great writing session yesterday with Master F. Gary Gray. We want to make the Saints the next insane film franchise. Lots of love going into this. Hopefully more news soon. It's a good time to be a Saints fan at Saints Row." And I'm doing a thumbs up right now because I feel like it needed a thumbs up after that really positive tweet.
Yeah.
Also, the game also gets crap because it's compared to Grand Theft Auto.
It's Grand Theft Auto. If Grand Theft Auto, when they made it, they had no boundaries
Oh, okay.
because they just went all out with these games. First two Saints Rows were a little more tame and whatnot, but then Saints Row 3, Saints Row, and Saints Row the Fourth were just out of their mind. They literally just dropped some acid and were like, "This is a great idea for a video game, guys. You ready? You ready? You're the president, and get this: there's aliens. Oh, also, you have superpowers
And the dildo.
Yeah, it's very out of this world game. It's just a fun game to play.
I played it for a couple minutes the one time when I was at a friend's house, and yeah, I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it gets pretty fun. Yeah, but there's not much to say about it. I'm cool they're doing this. I'm actually really surprised there hasn't been one yet. Just because of how ridiculous the film, like the games are. Like, I'm surprised there hasn't been like some sort of film adaptation of it.
Well,
But
I don't know.
it's finally happening.
It's finally happening.
Hopefully it's like the
and like
games.
the trends of video game movies,
They haven't been good.
they haven't been good.
No,
No.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
But
Like the Assassin's Creed, there was an Assassin's Creed movie, didn't do so well.
it didn't do well, but like I like that movie actually.
Prince of Persia movie with Jake Gyllenhaal didn't do well
No, it didn't.
because
No.
they tried to make it the new Pirates of the Caribbean, and like, not at all. And then what else? What else has there been?
Been a lot of video game movies, but
Yeah,
naming
never
them
do
off
well.
the top of my head, yeah, they never really do well.
like I think video game movies should be like animated. I don't
Yeah.
because I think they should be like animated.
Well, I mean, look at Netflix. They did the Castlevania series.
Yeah,
That's a very, very long running game franchise,
yeah.
and that's done like great, and it's a very good watch.
The Castlevania series on Netflix,
Yeah.
really?
That's really, really good. That's a game franchise that's been going since like the 80s.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's been on like every system basically, but it's done very well. But that's also, again, like you said, they should be animated, and that's an animated series.
Mm-hmm.
It's an animated like TV show, not a full movie. If they did a movie, I don't think it would do too well. But
So, this really excites me. We're getting another Digimon movie.
woo,
Yeah, we're getting another Digimon movie.
Yeah.
You're not that excited?
No, because the last Digimon movie was really, really good, and that was back in the early 2000s. I absolutely love that movie, and I just never want another one because I never want my childhood ruined.
But this is not going to ruin your childhood.
It might.
So there's going to be a movie called Digimon Adventure: The Last Evolution. The Digigestins return to the big screen in a final adventure with their Digimon. The new feature film, Digimon Adventures: The Last Evolution of Kizuna,
Kizuna, yeah, sure.
will screen on March 25th as a special one-night theatrical event across the nation. Can't remember the last time I did a one-night theatrical event. It was for an anime movie.
It's not going to be in Canada, by the way.
Oh, well, it was for an anime. Well, whatever. It was for an anime. In addition to viewing the full feature, moviegoers will also get to experience an exclusive 15-minute pre-show, providing the fan experience only found in theaters. The pre-show will include interviews of the film's director. I'm gonna butcher this. Tomohisa Taguchi.
Sure.
And chief animation director
Tatsukawa.
Tatsukawa. Seiji Tatsukawa. Fans will also receive an exclusive
Commemorative poster.
Commemorative poster at the event. Toei Animation and Fathom Events present the one night only screening on Wednesday, March 25th at 7 p.m. local time. Tickets are available at purchase at www.phantomevents.com and participating. So now I have the plot.
Fathomevents.com.
I have the plot for this movie. Tai, who is now a university student, living alone, working hard at school and working every day, but his future is still undecided. Meanwhile, Matt, the cooler guy of the group, who doesn't give a shit about anybody, and others will continue to work on. Meanwhile, Matt and others continue to work on Digimon incidents and activities that help people with their partner Digimon. when an unprecedented phenomenon occurs, the Digidestineds discover that when they grow up, their relationships with their partner and Digimon will come closer to an end. As a countdown timer activates on the Digivice, they realize that the more they fight with their partner Digimon, the faster the bond breaks. Will they fight for others and lose their partner? The time to choose and decide is approaching fast. There is a short time before the chosen children will become adults. This is the last adventure of Tai and Agumon.
I reiterate, ruining my fucking childhood. Don't do this.
It's gonna make you cry, man.
No, I don't want this shit. Get it out of here. No. No, why? Don't let them grow up.
It's gonna be
15 fucking years.
It's gonna be. I watched a little bit of the teaser.
Yeah.
And it seems I don't know if they're gonna dub this movie for English.
I assume they will because it's gonna be in the States. So
yeah, but
it's gonna be dubbed. It's literally showing in Buffalo.
But I can't remember what movie I watched, but I watched a movie at the Cineplex for a one night only thing, and it was an anime movie.
Was it recent?
No, this was like when I was a teenager.
Okay.
And I can't remember what it was, but like it wasn't dubbed at all.
That's weird. Subbed?
It wasn't subbed at all.
Oh, it was just in Japanese.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
But there was subtitles, yes. There was subtitles, yes. But it was all in Japanese.
Oh.
I can't remember what movie it was.
I don't know because I don't know any movies that have ever been shown in like
it was either Cowboy Bebop or something, or I don't think it was Cowboy Bebop.
No, Cowboy Bebop's an anime.
It wasn't Full Metal Alchemist.
FMA is also an anime.
What?
They're not movies. They're just like straight anime series.
I know, but there was an anime series that got turned into one of these one night only movies, and I can't remember what it was, and it's killing me that I can't remember what it was.
I doubt it was FMA or Cowboy Bebop. I don't know what it could be. I really
yeah,
don't know.
I know. I can't remember either. But there was there was a train, and they were in the desert at one point.
That kind of actually sounds like FMA.
What's FMA?
Full Metal Alchemist.
It wasn't Full Metal Alchemist.
You sure?
Yeah.
Then I don't know.
But what? There was a show.
Anyways,
this is gonna bother me now.
We'll figure it out later.
Was there like theatrical films?
I doubt you're gonna find it. You have to do a little bit of research on this, I think.
It might have been Full Metal Alchemist. Now that you say that,
That just sounds like a scene from FMA.
So that was 2012.
There's literally a scene where they're on a train going to a desert city. So
that was okay. So it was before 2005, but
that might have been FMA.
Oh
I don't know.
We'll
look it up later.
We'll look it up later.
So yeah.
So we talked about Disney early on in the podcast about Rick Moranis doing Mighty Ducks.
I want to read it one more time. They're ruining my childhood. Keep going.
The Mighty Ducks are back.
Fuck.
So for Disney Plus, Mighty Ducks show officially bringing back Coach Bombay. For those of you who don't know, Coach Bombay is played by Emilio Estevez, the brother of Charlie Sheen. So the movie was released in the year 1992, the year me and Derek were born. The first Mighty Ducks movie revolved around Estevez's character, Gordon Bombay, a hotshot defense attorney from Minneapolis and a former aspiring professional hockey player who's forced to coach a struggling Pee-wee hockey team called the Mighty Ducks. The sports comedy went on to become a box office hit with sequel titled D2, releasing in theaters 2 years later. Estevez replied the role as Bombay for the follow-up before returning in a reduced capacity for the third and final film D3 in 96. The Mighty Ducks franchise, which then inspired the Mighty Ducks animated series, but there was no connection between the movies.
Yeah, no.
It went dormant after that prior to Disney developing a sequel TV series in 2018. I didn't know there was one. Emilio Estevez is officially returning as Coach Bombay for the Mighty Ducks sequel series on Disney Plus. This is going to be a series. Disney confirmed that Estevez's return for the Mighty Ducks show in a press release, and plans to begin streaming the 10-episode series on Disney Plus later this year. Emilio Estevez has said, "Once a duck, always a duck. After 25 years, I am delighted to lace up my skates and put on the Coach Bombay jacket and return to play the iconic character for this new chapter in the Mighty Ducks franchise. Likewise, I am thrilled to return to my old stomping grounds with my friends at Disney and Steve Brill, the original creator of the franchise, to join them on their exciting new platform, Disney."
I have no connection to the Mighty Ducks.
No, me
I don't
either.
know about you.
I watched the first one. There was a lot of childhood actors that I knew from other things.
Yeah.
The guy who plays Foggy Nelson in the Daredevil series, he was a child actor on Mighty Ducks.
There's a lot of people in that. I remember that movie just being like, 'cause I had a lot of friends growing up like played hockey and whatnot.
Quack. That's all I remember.
I just remember I had a lot of friends growing up that played hockey, and they just absolutely love those movies. And I'm just like, I don't understand it because I don't watch hockey or play hockey. And I'm like, they have sticks on skates. Cool. They're skating backwards. I can't do that.
Yeah. So
I'm just also surprised they're bringing him back.
well, like I said, Disney's famous right now for just nostalgia.
I wonder if like maybe his like grandkid's gonna be on the Mighty Ducks, or his grandkid's kid, because it's been 25 years.
Well, he didn't have kids, did he, in the movies?
I don't know. That's the thing.
I can't remember if he had kids.
I don't remember if there was ever a love interest or anything. Like I don't.
There
know.
was.
There?
They did have a love interest in the movie. I remember. I watched it one. Where did I watch it? Because I wasn't home when I watched
It
it.
was probably at the camp. It was probably like randomly on TV up there.
No,
No,
I don't think so.
Maybe when you were
No,
little
it was
Color?
on TV. It was on TV, and I was just like, and I was too lazy to change the channel.
You know those film franchises that like people have always said, "Oh, you got to watch this. This is a classic movie," and I'm just like, no, I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah,
Like it just doesn't like it does not interest me in the slightest bit.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
So we have talked about. So I just realized there's a lot of Disney stuff.
There's a lot of Disney stuff. Yeah.
There was a lot of Disney stuff this week.
Yeah.
And I try on right now when I'm looking at the news, I try to like filter out. I'm like, okay.
There's so much Disney news. There's so much.
Well, like there's like every time I'm on, like there was like a news article that came out this week. Harrison Ford speaks on how they got him back on Star Wars. I'm like, okay, Star Wars is done.
Yeah.
I'm like, Star Wars, yeah, still my favorite film franchise of all time, but that's enough. I'm going to talk about other stuff. I just realized now that we have a lot of Disney stuff this week. And another Disney thing is Aladdin 2, the live-action Aladdin movie that came out last year.
I still have not watched that, and
Me
I won't watch it ever because I know.
It's getting a sequel. Disney is moving which there has been sequels in the past of Aladdin, and
Yes, there has, and they've also been voiced by Robin fucking Williams.
no, actually the sequels weren't.
It still sounded like him.
Yes, the sequels weren't. The sequels were voiced by the guy who voices Homer Simpson.
Close enough.
So Disney is moving forward with the Aladdin 2, with the Aladdin 2, a sequel to last year's live-action remake, and has hired a pair of writers to pen the script that is an original story and not based on any of the animated sequels, which I think it should be. After the incredible success that was Aladdin, many have been waiting for Disney to announce that a sequel is in the works. After the incredible success, where I lost my place. After the incredible success that Aladdin, many have been waiting for the Disney. Okay. Dan Lin said last summer that it was something that the studio was considering, but it had yet to be confirmed that another installment would come. While some could think making a sequel would be easy, as the animated Aladdin received 2 direct home video sequels, King of Thieves, and Return of Jafar. So the live action versions gave the 3 main characters new endings. As a result, Disney would need to come up with an original story to make Aladdin a franchise. And it appears this is what they have now done. Disney has hired John Gattens from the movie Flight and Andrea Berloff, straight out of Compton, to write the scripts for Aladdin 2. After 6 months of discussions on where the sequel could go, the duo pitched an original story that producers liked and wanted to go forward with. The sequel will be a theatrical release, and is hopes that, I can't pronounce that, Masood, Scott, and Smith will all return. Masood, Scott, and Smith will all return, although none of them have deals for another film.
Cool. I guess they're doing another Aladdin. I don't think, was it really that well acclaimed that people were like, yeah, we need a second one?
I don't think so.
Like,
honestly,
I really don't feel like it was, because it kind of just came and went. It was talked about, oh, this is happening.
Yeah.
The internet exploded because Will Smith was painted blue and playing Genie. Also, they're making an Aladdin movie. Also, why didn't they just go off the first original story? They're just making live action. They did the same thing with Jungle Book, and pretty much did the same thing with Mulan.
Yeah. Well, the Jungle Book live action Jungle Book movie was actually really good. I really enjoyed it.
Oh no, that was really, really good.
And then they did a Netflix did one too.
The thing is,
that one was not that great.
Like that for the Jungle Book one, Disney one was really good because they went off the original story from the animated movie.
Yeah.
They didn't really differ much.
And like live action Lion King was also decent.
Live action was good too. Yeah, Lion King was good too. And what was the other one? Sorry. There's Lion King, Jungle Book, and there was another one.
Beauty and the Beast?
Yeah, Beauty and the Beast was really good too. I think that was, but again, that was also just based off the same story that was in the animated movie. So why did they even go off of book for this new Aladdin?
I don't know.
Like, why didn't they just like stick to the formula that was obviously working?
Do you think Mulan will be any good?
Because I think they're sticking with mostly the original like movie animated
not,
story.
The villain is not going to be Genghis Khan for this.
Genghis Khan, and we're also not going to have Mushu.
But I think
Mushu Gaipan.
I kind of like that we're not getting Mushu, because like it would kind of be the same scenario as like, it's kind of like how could you recast Eddie Murphy?
Well, don't recast him. Maybe, I don't know, because they don't want to do animated stuff obviously because it's live action, but they're still gonna do animated because they did animated stuff anyways.
Yeah.
In Jungle Book, all the animals obviously had to be animated.
Yeah, like Ben Kingsley voiced Bagheera. Frickin' Bill Murray voiced Baloo.
Yeah. Who's the orangutan?
Christopher Walken.
Yeah. Like, and he was huge.
Christopher Walken voiced King Louis.
Yeah, and he was huge. Like,
yeah. I wanna be like you.
Again, that was all animated, so why couldn't they do something with Mulan to be animated? But whatever. They're still at least following pretty much the exact same story as the animated movie.
Yeah.
So I think it's still gonna do really well.
I'm actually thinking about seeing Mulan when it comes out.
I'm down. No, I'm 100% down. I'll go see it.
Yeah, because like at first I wasn't, and then like I saw the trailer for it, and it looks really good. I was the same way too.
I've been like so optimistic.
It just looks like a war movie. That's all it looks like to me.
Yeah.
Where Aladdin was just more of like adventure, and like it was an adventure movie about a thief who falls in love with a princess.
I still have yet to watch the
who has a tiger named Raja.
Yeah, I still have
yet. This is all from memory. I'm not reading this off the list.
I still have to watch the new Aladdin, the live action one.
Yeah, I still haven't watched it either.
I just don't want to watch it. Again, it hasn't really gotten very good reviews. So
like, I went to see the live action Lion King. Well, not live action. It wasn't live action.
Quote unquote live action.
They filmed some scenes with real lions.
Yeah.
But I went to see that just because it was the original animated series, the animated movie storyline.
Yeah.
They might have added one song in it. They might have added one more song in it, and that's because Beyonce voiced Nala, and they need Beyonce to sing a song. Childish Gambino was actually like shocked when he was like, "I'm singing with Beyonce. I'm doing."
It's funny because he, like, honestly at this point he's a bigger deal than Beyonce is.
Yes.
Like.
And like at the same time, like, and then Seth Rogen during that movie was like, "I'm singing."
Like, yeah, okay. but I'm just surprised you're making a second one because again, I don't feel like the first one has been very well received.
No, I don't think
At
so
all.
either. I think that's the only live action Disney movie that has not been well received.
Because they went off story. They didn't keep with the same story that the original Aladdin was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like why? Like it's just weird to me that they changed all that up like after all the other movies.
Do you think the original Aladdin story is a real story or is it just a story that the shopkeeper made up?
I think it's still the shopkeeper.
The shopkeeper, because he
I think
wants
he's
to,
just
he
telling a
has
story.
this old lamp and he needs to sell it. And he's like, I'm going to tell you the story about a lamp.
I think he's just telling a story. And I think at the end of it, all of a sudden, he has a lamp. Well, he bought the lamp. And that's it. But the whole in between, that's all the things happening in Aladdin.
I just love how the shopkeeper and the genie are voiced by the same person.
In the first Aladdin?
Yeah. Shopkeeper is Robin Williams.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, no, the shopkeeper
I thought he only voiced the genie. I didn't know he did that.
No, he did the shopkeeper at the beginning. It's like, salam. But you want this? It never breaks. It broke.
You know why he wasn't in the second movie?
Well, he wasn't supposed to be in the first one either.
No, but you know why he wasn't specifically in the second one?
Why?
Because when Disney was doing the marketing for the second Aladdin movie, they were using his voice without his knowledge. Because he didn't do any lines, they were just reusing his voice.
Have you seen his outtakes of the genie?
Oh, it's hilarious!
It's so funny. I'm probably gonna watch it on YouTube after we're done here.
Yeah, maybe. We might do that. Oh,
because
also, by the way, have you thought about watching Birds of Prey?
No.
Apparently, it's really good.
Really good?
Like really good.
I had an opportunity.
Suicide Squad is there. Like here, and this is like over here on a new
I
level
was
for the DCU.
attempted. I had an attempt to go see it Monday on my date, but I went to see Jumanji 2 again.
You should have went and seen Birds of Prey.
I should have went to see Birds of Prey.
I was listening to a review on it. It's good.
Is it good?
It revitalizes a little bit of the DCU. Like,
all right. I'm gonna find a day.
because like, from what I was listening to, like the podcast I listened to, like and they were saying, we're really worried going into this movie. Like, is it going to be good? Is it not going to be good? And then like the one guy who's on the podcast, like, is just a massive DC fan, and he's like, this is actually really good.
Well,
so like Suicide Squad was the jumping point for Margot Robbie to be like, we're doing Birds of Prey.
Well,
and it's fantastic.
Well, Suicide Squad didn't do so well, but for the DCEU.
No.
But then Wonder Woman did really good for the DCEU.
Wonder Woman did really good.
And then Aquaman did really good for
really
the DCEU. And then Shazam did really good for the DCEU.
Yeah.
They have found something that works, and it's exciting.
Yeah. And apparently this movie is no exception. It's the same way. It's really good. Apparently.
Also, Shazam 2 and Black Adam are filming at the exact same time. So
it's crazy.
That's
a lot of work for those actors. Like, good for you guys, but goddamn, man, I would not be able to keep up with that workload. Hell no.
Well, Shazam 2 and Black Adam are like they're gonna be related to each other in some light, but
yeah,
at the same time, not really.
All right.
They actually teased Black Adam at the end of Shazam.
Did they really?
Yeah, they teased.
I haven't watched it yet.
It was. You should watch it. It's on Crave.
I know it is. It's on my list. I just haven't gotten around
and
to it
also
yet.
watch Brightburn.
That I think I did watch.
Did you watch Brightburn?
I think so.
Where it's
I know
basically
it's on my list.
Superman. It's basically a Superman origin story, but the kid's like psychotic and wants.
No,
to
I haven't watched it yet. I've been meaning to watch it. It's on my list. It's on my list.
Watch it.
You told me about that like weeks ago, and I put it on my list on Crave. I just have not gotten around to doing it because I keep finding other things on Crave.
Like there's a scene in the movie where like he likes a girl in school,
yeah,
and he's like creeping her, and he like goes into her bedroom at night and just like stands there like over top of her bed.
That's fucking creepy, dude.
And then she calls him a pervert at gym class, and he like kind of like breaks her hand.
What the fuck?
Because like
that seems a bit extreme.
Yeah, because he just gets like super pissed. But also, it's like it kind of is like I wonder what Superman was like going through puberty.
I mean, yeah, he probably really couldn't control a lot of his emotions and everything, right? So
yeah,
it was probably pretty scary.
But he wasn't psychotic. Obviously, he was Superman.
No,
but
Superman, yeah.
but it's a twist on the Superman story.
What a twist!
Anyway, it is now 8:37 Eastern Standard Time, and with that being said, I don't know
why you said it like that.
I don't know. I just did.
It's like tuning into NPR and they're going, "Oh, say, so it is now 8:37 Eastern Standard Time. Welcome."
And I think
this is NPR.
And I think this is it for a Brew for Two podcast.
Yeah, I think we're done for the day.
I think we're done.
Yeah.
I think we're done. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Enjoy your family day on Monday.
Also, whenever you're listening to this, if it's tomorrow, happy not a Father's Day.
Happy not a Father's Day, everybody.
That's February 15th. It's the best day ever.
When's Steak and Blowjobs Day?
March? No, May. So. May. Oh, yes, May. I think it's like halfway through May.
Yeah.
I think it's like May 2-4 weekend.
And I feel sorry for the house cleaners for tomorrow. On the hotel's house cleaners.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
For tomorrow.
Ooh. Good luck. Good luck and Godspeed. Wear gloves.
Cheers, everybody. We're out. You can follow. Oh, wait. We almost forgot. Almost forgot one thing.
You almost forgot the thing?
Yeah. I almost forgot one thing. On this day in film and TV history, in 1931, the original Dracula film with starring Bela Lugosi is released.
Mm-hmm.
What else was released? In 1971, Ben-Hur was first shown on television. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, actually.
Happy birthday to Simon Pegg, who turns 50 today. And that's pretty much it. Are you gonna do video game history?
I was thinking about it, but realistically, there really wasn't a lot that apparently happened. At least in like big history, you know what I mean? SimCity was released first time today.
What year was SimCity released?
1999.
Wow.
Worldwide.
See, like I'm off of OnlyFans, and now I see a tweet of a butt. Fuck.
Don't go back.
No, I'm
not
going
to
go back.
Don't,
I'm not going to go back.
Just do not go back.
I'm not going to go back. But anyway, I think with our this day in movie history and video game history,
yeah, I think we're done.
I think we're done.
That's it.
You can follow me on at a gingerfin92 on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. If you're
follow me at King Drek on everything. Also follow at a Brew for Two podcast at a Brew for Two on Twitter and at a Brew for Two podcast on Instagram because we have that.
We have Instagram now?
We do.
Oh God.
Yeah, I use my second account on Instagram as the podcast one. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, good night, everybody.
Good night, guys.